get to the recap of the week. So we'll go back to Tuesday night. We'll touch on the Vegas and Lightning games very quickly, and then we'll talk about the Boston game. And then we have so many segments that this may just be an all-segment show. So on Tuesday, the Vegas Golden Knights roll into town. They are banged up. Up.
They're very banged up.
Oh, they are so banged up. I didn't think Vegas looked very good, but at least win 4-0. Break it down for us.
I thought the fucking Vegas Golden Knights looked like absolute fucking garbage, man. Absolute fucking garbage. I don't know. Maybe it was just like the Leafs decided to fucking like, here we go, or a little bit of both. It
looked like Vegas is missing most of their goal scorers. It looked like a team who couldn't score, but then I say that, and tonight they popped 5 against the Habs. So I don't know, but they looked terrible. They looked absolutely terrible. But they had won. They had been on a little streak coming into the Toronto game, but the Leafs just shut them down. Soupy with the shutout. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And the big boys came to fucking play, right? Matthews gets fucking 2 goals, Nylander a goal, and Marner a goal. That Marner goal was ridiculous. The opening goal of the game. Like, Tavares does great.
Unbelievable.
Tavares does a great job in the corner to get that puck out front. And Marner, little ditzy doodle, like Denny Savard spinorama.
Swinging his clock.
That's exactly right. Shout out to Denny Savard. You know a thing or two about him back in the day, don't you?
Yeah. He knows the thing about spinning around. He also knows the thing about wearing a very, very fitted bucket.
Oh, fuck. No doubt, man. So anyway, that Mitch Marner goal was great. And they were coming off of the Detroit win. Like, we should just preface here. The Leafs have now won fucking 5 games in a row. They went from the sky is falling to like, here we go. We're beating the big boys. Like, what a fucking week.
Everything that we talked about on this podcast in the first like 3 episodes of the season, you can just burn it, erase it. Didn't happen.
For now.
Until things go in the shitter again.
Exactly. But yeah, this Vegas game, man, like I don't have the advanced stats in front of me like usual, but Campbell gets the shutout, 26 saves, I think.
Gets the shutout and didn't even get a star of the game.
Well, that's
how easy of a game he had.
Yeah, I know. That's how crazy it was. But so Marner, Matthews, Nylander, there you go. Like, it's it
was an easy game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like, it was, you don't get too many easy wins like that where the other team just is flat for 60 minutes, but they got that. They got the 2 points. Anything else you want to say about Vegas?
The Leafs pumped them, man. Like, the Leafs pumped them. Like, I don't know if you want to touch on Jack Eichel quick while we're on Vegas or not. Like, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. But if you want to say anything about it.
This is the only thing I got to say about that. Buffalo to Las Vegas.
Oh, dude. Hit the fucking jackpot.
Like, Buffalo, it's a great town. I've been there. I've gone to a couple Leaf games, like down when they played the Sabres. It's a good town or whatever. But I've also been to Las Vegas. And I will tell you, it's a lot better than Buffalo. So good on you, Jack Eichel. He's gonna have a time. Being in your early 20s, single, making $10.5 million, living in Las Vegas. He's got things going pretty good.
Like, a bit of a whiny bitch, though, or no? Like, a bit of a baby, a little bit of a baby bitch.
I think it depends on how you look at it. I think it totally depends on how you look at it. Do you look at it as
guy got everything he fucking wanted, except
he got everything he wanted, but
like, we're talking coaches fired, fucking like the big contract,
but they were mismanaging the team so bad.
Okay, let me just paint a quick picture here. Quick picture. If Austin Matthews ended up being in that draft and he went number 2 to the Buffalo Sabres instead of Jack Eichel, okay, and Austin didn't have Mitch or Willie or Tavares around or like Hyman, any of these guys, right, for previous years. And it was kind of just Austin in Buffalo by himself with like some supporting fucking just whoever's around him. And do you think the story would be the same? Like, do you think it would be the exact same story if it would have been Matthews that went to Buffalo instead of Eichel?
No, it might have been different. Eichel's personality is probably different than Matthews. I don't know,
Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is,
you're playing hypothetical here.
Like, do you think Matthews could have carried the Sabres further than what Eichel did?
No, there are some teams or something to do with certain places, like in Boston or Pittsburgh or places like that. It's like, it doesn't matter who you are. You go there and you put on the jersey and they just win or they get things done. And Buffalo's like the opposite. Like, guys go there. They have in the past, they've traded for like superstars, or they've dished out big money for superstars. And as soon as they put the Sabres jersey on, they're just not as good. And then they leave and they're back.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Buffalo, but anyway, good on you, Jack Eichel. Have fun in Las Vegas. And I don't know. He might play in February. I don't know.
Yeah, he still has to have the neck surgery or whatever he's having. And
it's going to be months. It's going to be months.
Anyway, they're banged up. They are so banged up.
But the Leafs moving to Thursday. These were the two games I was really excited for. Division rivals.
100%.
Haven't seen Tampa Bay and Boston since pre-COVID. Super excited. Like, how is this team going to match up against the Stanley Cup champions? Lightning are a little banged up too, but they're still the Tampa Bay Lightning. They still have Vasilevsky and net.
Other than Kucherov, they're really not that banged up, really.
No, but still Kucherov. That's like the Leafs missing Matthews or Marner or something like that. Like,
that's fair. That's fair.
Anyway, honestly, loved it. Loved the game.
Dude, this was an interesting game. Like, I thought both teams played fairly well here. I didn't love the Leafs start, and at times I thought they kind of were shit. And at times in this game, I thought they were really good. So it was, and I would say the same thing about Tampa Bay. I would say the same thing about both teams in this game. I thought Vasilevsky was awesome in the first half of the game, and Campbell was fucking lights out in the
soup.
Some of the best hockey he's played as a Leaf. This fucking guy, we'll get into Jack Campbell shortly, but my goodness, like, this was fucking ridiculous. 10 bellers all fucking third period, like left and fucking right. Like, okay, the Leafs were pressing because they were down 2-0, right? So like it didn't look good.
They were down 1-0.
Sorry, they were down 1-0. I was texting my brother and I'm like, I don't think they're gonna come back. Like, I don't think
that's what the Lightning do, man. They get that 1-0 lead. They get 10 minutes left in the third and they just shut it down.
And that's what I thought was gonna happen here, honestly. But anyway, Campbell was fucking ridiculous. If it wasn't for Campbell in the third period, I guess you could say, before I say that, I guess I would say this. If it wasn't for Vasilevsky, maybe in the first two periods, it wouldn't have been 1-0 Tampa, and the Leafs maybe could have had a 2 or 3-1 lead. But
yeah, I felt he was making a lot of fluky saves too.
Okay, true, but it's Vasilevsky, right? Like, he's just he's incredible. And on Jack Campbell as well, like, you've got the best goalie in the league in the other net. Like, as for Jack Campbell, like, this was a good fucking test for Jack to see what's up here
with the defending Stanley Cup champion team in front of him.
Defending Stanley Cup champions, best goalie in the league, and Jack comes in and he just looks like, I can fucking handle that, no problem, dude.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. So he goes from getting a shutout and not getting a star in Tuesday's game against Golden Knights to playing so unreal and giving up a goal in Thursday, but getting the number one star.
Did he get the number one star, or did Willie? I thought
I'm pretty sure Jack Campbell got the number one star, and if he deserved the number one star, JT scored it, tied it up, and he got physical with when Mitch got hit in the head.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for a second. So in the first period, Mitch, when the Leafs were down 1-0, which was a fluke goal that they scored, and Muzzin almost fucking ran right through the fucking net, or skated right through the fucking net. But anyway,
Muzzin looked. Did he not? Have you ever seen videos of dudes who are like sleeping with a woman and the husband comes home and they're like trying to jump out the window and shit
as fast as possible?
Yeah, that's what Muzzin looked like. Mm-hmm. He looked like he was just trying to get out of there as quick as possible.
Yeah, 100%. Awesome. It was awesome.
Swing the clock.
Exactly. He's going to put the clock back tonight hard. But look, anyway, so Hedman hooks Mitch. Should have been a penalty shot. That's what I saw. Mitch was clear cut ahead of him.
How is that not a penalty shot?
I have no idea. I've seen
penalty shots called where the guy's not near clear
No,
breakaway like Marner was.
He was in alone 100%.
And the guy was hooking him.
Okay, so
he had hooking him like the 1970s.
So not only is Hedman hooking him, then Sergachev comes in fucking late with the
Sergachev, man.
A clear headshot. Like, I don't know, man. I'm very surprised that Mitch stayed in the game. Like,
well, it's lucky that Mitch stayed in the game.
I know, because when you watch that back, like, I guess he just, I don't know, he's got a tough chin or whatever, or maybe those new root canals are like doing some special magic. Like, he's got a tighter or a tougher jaw maybe than ever.
No, but he does. I know it sounds stupid, but he does wear a mouth guard.
Yeah,
mouth guards protect against concussion.
But was he wearing the mouth guard when he got his chip teeth or his teeth?
Well, he's always got it. He's always got it. He's always chewing on it.
But I haven't seen him doing that as much this season.
Well,
I've seen him with the mouth guard since he had his teeth fixed. But I think that doesn't happen if you're wearing a mouth guard, does it?
Yeah, you can still chip your teeth. It's just a little piece of plastic.
Yeah, okay, I guess. Anyway, whatever. So
or rubber or whatever it's made out of.
Sergachev ends up getting a 2-game suspension for that. But what? So before we get to like Nylander, or sorry, like
it's funny that you get a 2-game suspension, but only a 2-minute penalty.
Right, and I just want
to. Why is it not a major penalty? I don't get it. Anyway,
okay, this is old school.
That's the NHL.
This is old school, and call me whatever. Like, I don't know, but what are your thoughts on? Okay, Tavares stood up for him immediately, and he kind of like went there, whatever. But after the fact, okay, like Mitch stayed in the game and he was fine and whatever. But like Simmons and Richie in particular, these two guys, because they're probably the two only guys. Not the only two guys, but two of the most likely candidates on the team.
Richie doesn't fight.
Well, he can. He's just a big fucking pussy right now. We'll get to him later too. But are you kind of surprised that one of those two didn't fucking go after him and be like, "What the fuck, man"?
No. Because what hurts Tampa Bay more?
Sergachev,
Simmons punching Sergachev in the head for 30 seconds or beating them 2-1.
Okay, but both would have been nice.
Yeah, but what if Simmons goes out and instigates a fight? Punches Sergachev in the head, gets him going, gets him to drop gloves, takes a 2-minute instigator. Tampa Bay scores 2-0. Okay. So yeah, you got your revenge. You got the fight in, but now you're down 2-0 against a team that shuts it down like nobody else.
Okay, and like I appreciate that, and all that's.
I think JT handled it perfectly. He got in there.
They didn't fight though. He just kind of
no, but he made the message like you can't do that. And also, did it not seem like it sparked JT? Like I thought after that, he was just flying. He was fired up after
that's
that.
Fair. That's fair to say. But I'll say this: like if that was me, like if that was you going over and like I see you take a blatant headshot like that when you're fucking blindsided, I would have been on that motherfucker in 2 fucking seconds flat. 2 fucking seconds flat, man.
Yeah, and you're
without
right.
hesitation.
There's a lot of people that would agree with you. It's kind of an older hockey mentality.
It is, but
I get it. If the game was 4-0 Tampa, I think Simmons would have beat him. Or if you were playing somebody else, maybe. But it's the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're in your division. Every point counts. We know this.
Yeah. Okay.
You get to the wire at the end of the playoffs. And every win against Tampa and Boston is money.
Look, like
man.
I'm old school to an extent. Like I don't love fighting in the game. I don't hate it either. Like if it's needed, like a situation like that, like a blatant headshot.
Yeah. You weren't alone, man. Wayne Simmons was like trending on Twitter. All these Leaf fans were calling. Where's Simmons? Why isn't he beating the shit out of Sergachev? What's going on? What's going on? You were not alone. A lot of people saw that. But in my mind, when Nylander scored the OT winner, that hurt more than Simmons beating up one of their guys. Coming back and beating the team, that hurts a lot more. Because then Tampa's got to go home and be like, shit, we lost.
Okay, so anyway, okay, fair enough. So anyway, the clock is ticking here. We got a theme going. Tonight, but the clock is ticking hard. And
the clock is ticking.
It's looking like it's going to be over, and it's looking like they're not going to be able to do it. And then, holy fucking shit. driving the net, driving the net. Johnny Toronto gets a sweet. It was Mitch, right? I think that got him the puck out front. Yeah, Mitch ended up having 2 assists in that game. Everybody's like on fucking fire right now, just racking up the points all week long. But
there was only one way to go for how cold they were to start.
That's true. That's true. But Tavares ties it with the fucking awesome goal, like just incredible. He kept the puck in,
but that was a shitty play by Hedman.
Rare mistake.
Yeah, he flicked it. Like JT had to jump and grab it, but he flicked it right to him. He could have whipped it the other way, whipped it this way. You don't see Hedman make that mistake too often.
He flicked it like you got to flick your clock tonight back.
Yes.
Okay. Don't forget.
If you have one of those, if you have not a digital clock, but one with the little arm.
I got one. I got one of those right now.
Yeah, you got to actually physically grab it.
I'm going to have to flick the clock back big time.
Well, you can flick it, but I like to grab it and then swing it. You know what I mean?
That's more aggressive. I like just flicking it a little bit.
Yeah, well, if you flick
a little bit at a time.
Do you know how long it takes to get to the end if you flick it? But if you want to get there fast, you swing it hard.
Yeah, okay, that's true. I'll take that into consideration as I'm flicking the clock back later.
There you go. So JT ties it up 1-1.
Yeah, so we go to overtime and fucking Tampa Bay
takes a penalty.
Takes a penalty. So Hedman, not his best night. No. Not his best night. No. He was in on the Mitch incident. He was in on the JT tying it. He takes a penalty in overtime. Not his best night.
We capitalize. See how one player can make such a difference. Your best player has a bad night, Leafs win. It's crazy. But yeah, he took a penalty. The Leafs go 4-on-3 power play. They go with 4 forwards. Mike Babcock probably shit his pants when he saw that. Because remember Mike Babcock used to start. Remember he started overtime with Leo Komarov and 2 defensemen because remember he did that and he's like, you gotta make sure that they don't score. And it's like, it's 3-on-3.
Right. So Boston Bruins come into town, hockey night in Canada, Saturday nights.
I was excited for Vegas. I was really excited for Tampa. I was fucking ready for the Boston Bruins.
Yep.
We haven't seen them in so long. I hate Brad Marchand.
Yep.
I was ready for this and they did not let me down.
And especially the way that the Leafs have been playing. Like they were coming in hot to this fucking game, right?
Yeah. But Boston's been playing pretty good. Not great, but
not great.
They beat the Florida Panthers. Like they've had some good games where they've shown some good things.
I thought this game was fucking incredible. It was a very exciting hockey game. I thought the first period was incredible. Like it was exciting, really fucking exciting game. Good game.
And honestly, for the majority of it, maybe this is just my bias. Did you not feel like Toronto was taking it to Boston?
I did.
Not in the third period, but they had a 3-goal lead by that point.
So that's expected. That's expected. But I thought the Leafs came out. They looked really good in the first period. Really, really good. And I was very glad to see that they didn't come out flat. Like they're playing a good team. Like division, like you said earlier, these division games are huge this season. Absolutely huge, because the way the Metro division is set up, there's no it's stacked. There's no guarantee that a team from the Atlantic gets a wild card spot. Maybe only the 3 top spots in the Atlantic get in. So the Leafs got to get there's no guarantee a wild card.
That's what I'm saying. Like these wins against Tampa and Boston are more important than punching someone in the face. Because at the end of the year, you want to be comfortably in first or second.
Of course.
It's 1-1. Everybody in Leafs Nation is like, all right. But we're all feeling the same way. Leafs are giving it to them, but it's Boston. Are you not feeling like, shit, Boston's going to get one?
Okay, I don't have the power play stats in front of me from this week. Usually I would, but tonight I don't. But I'm in the Vegas game. I'm not sure if any of the 4 goals were power play goals. I don't think they were. Maybe one of them was, but I don't think so. The Tampa game, we didn't touch on this, but they had that 5-on-3 at the end of the first period in the Tampa game. And it was so fucking brutal.
It was the worst 5-on-3 I've ever seen.
Tampa's
3 defenders didn't have to move at all.
No. At that point, at the end of that, I was like, okay, like they're not going to win this game. They're not going to win this game.
No.
But they did. And so I can't believe we didn't touch on that because that was like a main. I don't think they had a shot. I literally counted like 30 passes and no shots. It was fucking ridiculous. John Tavares, his first goal of 2 on the night, but Austin Matthews, we could actually do a double shot of Saved by the Stash here because he got the fucking game winner in this fucking game too. But the key point where I brought up the power play is that here we go. Austin Matthews gets his first goal of the game to make it 2-1. Power play goal. Beauty between the fucking legs. Or no, that was the second goal, I think. This was the one where he was in front, the goalie stopped it, and then he roofed it like backhand, I think, upstairs was the first goal. And then they scored on 2 consecutive power plays, both goals by Austin Matthews. So, Tony, who's the boss, baby? Who is the boss?
He had it. He had it tonight.
Oh, shit, man. Just ridiculous. Like, incredible performance by Austin Matthews. Like, it was just it's good to see him. Like, hopefully now this will be, the wrist is looking good. Like, it'll be, hopefully he can build on this and start burying it next week. It's going to be a busy week next week.
He had said that, like, his timing and his feel was off.
That's expectable. Or that's expected, sure.
Yeah. So now you can tell it's coming back. I mean, he looked good. I thought Tavares and Marner were unbelievable in this Boston game. I thought they carried the team. Marner was flying. We gave Marner a lot of shit a couple weeks ago. He was flying tonight. 4 points, flying.
Yeah, 1 goal, 3 assists. I said halfway through the game, I'm like, the Tavares Marner line is carrying this. Like Mitch,
Matthews got the 2 goals, but he didn't really do much. His line
before and Matthews, like right before he got those 2 power play goals, I was like, yeah, JT and Mitch are carrying this game for the Leafs without a fucking doubt, which I love because, dude, how long did I talk about if you want to get the most out of John Tavares, put him back with Mitch Marner.
John Tavares looks 5 years younger.
Does he not?
Yeah. He looks amazing now that he's playing with Martin. It's like it just rejuvenates him playing with someone with some skill and creativity.
Look, keep Willie with Austin. Maybe they're some on Monday night or whenever the next game is. Like Nylander and Matthews might be flying, and Mitch might
Keefe broke it up against the Lightning. He broke it up and he put Marner and Matthews together when they were desperate for a goal.
Yeah.
But the thing about Nylander is he's so hot and cold, right?
Yeah.
Where Marner kind of, he brings it most nights. So when you're playing with Nylander, you just don't have the same sort of stability that you have with Mitch Marner. But Austin Matthews, I think, is a better player right now than John Tavares, so he shouldn't need Mitch Marner. He should be able to do it with William Nylander. I agree. You've been saying this for a long time. I agree with you.
So they go to the third up 3-1, and Tavares gets a backhand goal for a second of the game early in the third period. Boston gets another one, but really it was Boston pushed, but I never felt for a second, which is weird because early in the season, I was thinking the Leafs are not coming back in this game or the Leafs aren't going to win this game. Tonight, when they had the lead in the third, I thought they've got this. They're going to win this game.
And again, Jack Campbell.
Oh, Campbell. Dude, fucking Campbell. So Mitch, he puts it into the empty netter and it's 5-2 Leafs. They beat the fucking Bruins. They win all 3 games this week against Vegas, Tampa Bay, and the Boston Bruins. They take 6 of 6 points. And holy shit, the confidence.
And they could sweep their homestand if they win Monday against the LA Kings.
Confidence. They've won 5 games in a row. They're going for their 6th win in a row on Monday night. I don't see why that doesn't fucking happen. And
as soon as you say that, they lose.
Yeah, fair enough. But I don't know, man. Their confidence right now, I think, is like, okay, maybe because they were playing Tampa and because they were playing Boston, like they were a little more up for the games. Once they go back to playing teams like LA and whatever, are they going to falter again? I hope not. I really hope not. I would like to see this kind of more consistent style game in and game out. Like I really hope that that's where they get to here, but
this week, totally different team than the team we saw lose 7-1 to the Penguins. lose to the Senators, not beat the Rangers.
No, this looked promising. This looked promising. Honestly,
Yes,
it looked
this
promising.
looked very promising. This looked like a good team. This looked like a team who could compete for the Atlantic
Everyone,
Division.
Dale here. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. While you're here, why don't you take a look around at some of our other videos? And if you want to listen to the audio version of our podcast, we are available on all podcast platforms. You can check in the description below for links to our website and all our other social media. And if you want to support the podcast, you can do so by going to our Patreon page, and you can find a link to that as well. The Tip In Maple Leafs Podcast.